Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I want to thank you very much for tuning into this Periscope. Really, truly appreciate getting close to, I think, 970,000 hearts going toward 1 million. And I appreciate all the hearts, so I really thank you. Our title for today, oh, by the way, I used to be an auto mechanic, and I got hurt on the job, lost everything. Me and Suzanne had an incredible talk because, I'm going to do a whole separate Periscope on that. But, when you lose everything, I mean everything other than your life, I'm telling you what, man, that touches an emotional side of you. I'm not going to get started on it, but I had to pawn my toolbox and I was out of mechanic and just surviving. I mean, wow, how much can you get beat down before you finally get, the answers? And so all of a sudden, what ended up happening is a friend that was dating my cousin introduced me to a guy that was a multi-millionaire. And he just wrapped his arms around me. Now, I asked him to, but, him being my mentor, along with another mentor I had that was a billionaire named Roger Penske, I tell you what, my life changed fast. I went from, being totally in debt, not having anything, to making $258,000 my very first year. My very first year, $520,000. So I'm going to share with you some concepts now that is incredible. I now call myself a life mechanic. Used to be an auto mechanic. Now I'm a life mechanic. So you can check out lifemechanic.com. And that's where I put these periscopes and go on from there. And so now I've helped 46 people make over $1 million in a year. And 7 of them now own their own company, one that does over $800 million in a year. One of my students this year, Armand Peugeot, will make over $10 million in 1 year. Now, I know money doesn't buy everything, but guess what? It doesn't buy happiness, but I know one thing too. Poverty doesn't buy happiness. So pick one. Yeah, I'd love you to be number 47. So here we go. The title of this show again is, are you working hard or are you working smart? Now, one of the things I want each and every one of you to do, because I think this is so weird in the world that we live in, where if you ask people to explain or write a statement of what they thought a word was. See, a lot of people will say to me all the time, and they hear the way I talk, and a lot of people will say, well, Robert, are you a Christian? Are you a believer? Are you a Christian? And this is how I respond. It depends on your definition. It depends on your definition of what that is. Because you know what? Timothy McVeigh said he was a Christian, and he blew up a bomb in Oklahoma and killed a bunch of children and people. So if that's your definition of a Christian, no, I'm not. See what I mean? So I want you to really write down, when I ask these questions to people, I want you to really think about your limiting beliefs. Things that are really limiting in your beliefs. Now listen to this. Everyone that I was around, my whole entire first part of my life, up to 27, is what you needed to do is you needed to work hard. You better work hard. You got to get a job and you got to work hard. You got to be somebody. That's what you got to do. You got to be somebody. You got to be responsible. You got to work hard. And why do they tell you that? Because misery loves company. Misery loves company. There's nothing worse than a person to buy into a system, buy into a culture, buy into a belief system, and then not want everyone else to do it easy. You know what I mean? So think about that. So if you become who you hang around, and you do, if you become who you hang around, guess what? Some people, the people that I hung around didn't believe in college education. They didn't. There was people that I knew that made a lot of money. Now, back then, making 6 figures a year, back in the 80s, back in the 70s, yes, I'm that old. You know what I mean? I'm 53 years old. But to make 40, 50,000 a year, 100,000 a year back in those times without a high school, I never even thought about that. Most of the people, my aunt and uncles, a lot of them didn't graduate from high school. So that was the environment that I grew up. That was a culture that I grew up. Well, how do you get the nice car? How do you get the boat? How do you get the cabin, the vacation cabin? How do you get to go on these vacations? How did you buy the motorcycle? How did you get this big house? I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean here, but man, I'm telling you, I thought the houses that my aunt and uncles owned were huge. That's because I was a little kid. So I go back and look at the houses today and I'm going like, what? You know what I mean? But I thought they were big at that time, you know, growing up, 10, 11, 12, you know. And they had cars, more than one. Had a pickup and a car, you know what I mean? And it's like, how did you get all this stuff? I want to get that stuff. You got to get a job. You got to get a job and you got to work hard. Okay, that's what I'll do. And so you got to think about that. So hilarious when you ask where your thoughts are. Where did you get your thoughts? And then all of a sudden, I started hanging around other people. And when I hang around other people, they're going, no. You don't have to work hard. What? Now, get this. I notice that a lot of people that are still mentoring people, training people, teaching people is you got to work hard. You got to work hard. What if you don't want to work hard? What if you have negative thoughts of working hard? What if people that were around you that worked hard are now divorced? What if the people that you hung around that worked really, really hard don't have good relationships with their families or their siblings? What if the people that you know that worked hard didn't have a good relationship with their sons and daughters? Think about that. You gotta really write down a definition of what working hard is. Thank you. Working hard equals no life. So all of a sudden, if the whole point is, you know what, you need to work hard. Why aren't you doing anything? You got to put in 12, 15, 20 hours days. Listen, that is not going to make me happy. That is not going to make me happy. Everyone that I know, so that's where the phrase comes from. Money doesn't buy happiness, because it's true. If you see all these people working hard and they lose what they have, their job kicks them out, you know what I mean? They're older and they get kicked out of their retirement's taken away. You see what I mean? It's like, what? I'm not going to do that. I've said this to people all the time. You know, Generation Y, you know, now we're into the millenniums, right? But Generation Y are kids that stood around and said, why should I do what you're doing? You're unhappy. You're in debt. You're arguing about money all the time. You and Dad are always arguing about money. See, they're not going to say this to you. They're just thinking this stuff. You're never around. We never get to go anywhere. Why in the hell should I work hard? Think about that. If you really want to work on you, I even try my best to not say the word work. So people go, what are you doing? Building the empire. Why? Building the empire sounds more attractive than working hard. That's why people, how you doing? Blessed and highly favored. That just sounds better than fine. How you doing? At least I'm not dead. Same crap, different day. So you got to find a way to say things that, you know, hey, listen, you know what? Every day I'm taking baby steps. I'm getting closer and closer, you know, to making my dream become a reality, making my vision become a reality. Every day it's baby steps. I'm just getting closer to, you know, think about Jim Rohn. If you guys have listened to anything that Jim Rohn said, they go, what are you up to? Oh, well, you know, I'm still an auto mechanic. I got my job. And then I'm also working on my fortune. No, I'm building my fortune. You guys check that out. If you guys listen to people's words that are successful, they purposely change their words. Are you changing your words? See, think about this. Are you working smart or hard? How many people would like to build smarter, expand smarter? How many people want to build an empire? You know what I mean? I'm hanging around with people. I'm getting wiser every day. I'm getting smarter every day. I'm getting more efficient every day. I'm going to get better results. That's what I'm going to do. So now when someone talks about it, it's like, hey, so he says, I'm working on my vision. I'm building my vision. I'm making my vision closer. See, what if you knew that words, which are very important, what if you knew certain words were not only triggering you, but they were triggering other people? It's like, why don't we come work together? Because I don't like working. I wish I could get out of the job that I have. If I could just take a magic wand and go, bam, I would like to have enough money in the bank where I don't have to work. No. You got to work harder to get out of that job. I'm already working hard. I'm already doing stuff I don't like for people that I don't like. Getting up before the sun comes up, driving in rush hour traffic or commute traffic to get to a place that I don't like, that I don't see any vision of growth. You guys got to learn to change your language, and you got to learn to use that language when you're talking to other people. So you want to come out with the end in mind. Where did the title of this came from? I got to dedicate this Periscope and this training to Flora Beard. And we were talking, and, Gil was on there too. I do an Ask Me Anything 6 days a week. And if you go to lifemechanic.com and click on Ask Me Anything, I do 3 of them at 7 Eastern time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday. I do them at 2 Eastern Standard Time. For those of you that feel like you'd like to hang out and spend some time with a multi-millionaire, guess what? I'm just hanging around there. And it's amazing. Sometimes I'm there by myself, and then sometimes I got like 2 or 3 people. It's a crack up to me. But guess what? I believe in giving. So if I continue to give and give and give and give, I'm going to continue to be able to get more to give to others. I don't care if you don't show up. That's not why I'm doing them. I'm doing them because I understand the philosophies and the principles and the laws of the universe. I understand that if I give and I get, the one thing I can guarantee to all of you, guaranteed, that 3 months from now, I'll be in a better place than I am now. 6 months from now, I'll be in way, way, way better place than I am now. A year from now, I'm going to be in a way incredible, better place, and virtually every area of my life is going to be better than it is today. And so for those of you that know me, you know that's true. You know that's true. If you see me 2 years ago, I'm telling you, 3 years ago compared to today, it just keeps getting gooder and gooder. Because I understand the principles. Now, I'm going to go out and plant seeds each and every day, and I'm going to go out and help people every day, and I'm going to be a go-giver, and I'm going to be a servant, and I'm going to go out and help other people. Because I believe that's smart. You want to be smarter? Hang around smarter people. What's that phrase that I seen just the other day? If you are hanging around a group of people and you look around and you're the smartest person there, you're with the wrong group of people. I want to be in a room where I consider myself not the smartest person, not the most documented person. I want to be in a room with people that have influenced more people than me, that have helped more people than me, that give more money to charity than me. If you become who you hang around, I need to be listening on other people's periscopes. I need to be plugged into other people's trainings. that are making $10 million, $20 million, $100 million a year. You guys understanding this? That's working smart. Here's where I think what working hard is for people, especially in being an entrepreneur, is you guys have heard that phrase, the definition of insanity is doing the same stuff over and over and over again. If you're not getting good results and you don't like doing it, you better frickin' change. If you don't want to do what you need to do every day to have a lifestyle, then you're doing it wrong. If it's not fun, you're doing it wrong. If it's not exciting, you're doing it wrong. If it wakes you up at night, you can't wait to get to it, you're doing it right. If you get up in the morning, you can't wait to get to it, you're doing it right. If you're doing it all day, you're doing it right. If you're providing content and value every day, you're doing it right. If you're excited to meet people and share with them, you're doing it right. If you're getting results, you're doing it right. So I hope this helped you. I didn't want to go too long, but you can see that I'm excited. It's like, 5 a.m. in Singapore. I love when people get on this all over the world. But I hope that changed your perspective. I hope that you figure out how to change your words. I'm building a fortune. I'm working part-time while I'm building a fortune, building my empire, serving others. You know what I mean? Building a following of people that I can give value to. You got to change your vision, your passion, and your words. Because if you guys go through another year, 2013, 2012, 2014, 2015's almost up. If you're not where you are supposed to be at the end of this year, it's because you still haven't dealt with limiting beliefs that you got to get rid of. You got to get rid of those limiting beliefs because each and every one of you have the power and the creation to be the most incredible person you've ever met. And you are that person, and it's time for you to be that person. It's time for you to step into what you need to do. You got to do it. All right? So anyway, I hope each and every one of you enjoyed this. I thank you very much for getting on, giving me hearts. I really, really appreciate it. I love each and every one of you, even though I haven't met you. I know you have within you the greatness that I'm telling you. I look at what I am today and who I am and what I've done and the people that I've influenced and the people that I help, and I still pinch myself. You need to be living that kind of life. All right? So check me out at lifemechanic.com, lifemechanic.com. There you can find out all the stuff about me, plug into my free training, plug into everything that I'm doing in service and helping people. I believe the person that gives the most with the kindest heart gets the highest reward. And I've seen my mentors do it, and now it's my turn. So it's your turn too. Take care. God bless. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.